Yeah, good.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to practice with Graham again. Today's topics is shallowing again.
Shallowing again.
Yes, but a different exercise.
A new technique.
New technique.
How to learn how to shallow. We're going to do split grip.
Sure.
Split grip. So meaning we separate the hands a little further apart,
Yeah.
and that'll help us understand maybe how we push and pull on the handle and how it affects the club head and the shaft.
Okay.
So if we held the club just up in front of us and we thought that the club is going to torque and it's going to move, you know, clockwise or counterclockwise. Now, when the hands are a little bit more separated, you know, if this glove hand here, the bottom hand, or I guess top hand, if it was pulling this direction, you could see how the club would topple this way.
Okay.
And, you know, and then we could say, okay, well now I need to pull my arm in this direction, but I don't want the club to topple. What do I need to do with this top hand or bottom hand here? I got to pull it back this way.
I see. So they always need to same position.
Yeah, I think that they want to be, you know, they're a couple. They're a couple, and you know, you got to figure out how much force or torque you're putting on each hand. There might be one working harder than the other, and this will tell us.
Okay.
A little bit easier to understand. Like typically when you're pulling down and the hands are closer together, like the bottom of the club, the butt end of the club tends to want to pull down a little bit more aggressively, and then the top hand sort of comes over like this.
Yeah.
When we're separated with the hands, it's easier to understand that you can take this right arm and kind of pull it down more in this manner.
So especially right hand.
Right hand, yeah.
Okay.
And then you could also say, okay, now my right hand is pulling that shaft down, and then this lead arm, this forearm, it might want to, you know, pronate a little bit. It's going to want to turn down a little, so you can kind of get a better sense of what's happening there. Better feel. Okay? Let's give it a try.
Okay.
So here we're maybe a little bit flat, and then I find what happens when the hands are separated too, that this right arm here, it can so much easier pull the club like flatter, if you will, okay? But let's just go into this steeper move here, and I'm gonna hold this one in place, okay?
Steeper.
Well, this is just the shaft is now a little bit more vertical, so we might call that steeper.
Yeah.
Okay, so now try to bring the shaft down towards my shoulder here. Right, so now, how are you doing that, right? Am I taking my left arm? That's right, the left arm is pronating, certainly, but then what's the right arm doing? Like, what's the right hand doing? What do you feel
More
it doing?
like inside.
Inside with the elbow, so that's your shoulder. It's externally rotating, which is bringing this elbow around more in front of you.
Okay.
These are all moves that are going to help flatten the shaft. So we're just going from steep, more vertical. Flatter is when we get the club more horizontal.
Okay.
Okay?
So when I backswing a little more steeper, and when I downswing, comes this movement.
Yeah. So ideally what we're trying to achieve here, and the whole secret sauce, I guess, is we want the club head, okay? We want to get that club head moving a little bit underneath the hand path. Okay? So that's the trick to it. We want to do that early, not late in the swing. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, so try that. Move very, very slowly,
Yep.
and then just move into the ball.
Okay. Here.
Yeah. Good, and now turn into the ball. There you go, and let's try to hit one like that. Very slow move, and turn into the ball.
Okay.
Excellent.
Slow move.
Slow move. Got to move slow. Move it. Yeah. More. There we go. That was nice. That was good. You did quite a bit. Like you got a little stuck, you know, at the start, but then you did quite a bit at the last bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this already for you with the hands being split. Normally, your club would move a little bit more in that direction at the top of your swing. That's your general pattern. Because your hands are a little bit more separated, I think you're giving a little bit more pull with that trail arm. Well, normally when you swing, because I've watched you swing many, many times, the club would be more steep.
I see, okay.
But this is, I personally like this, say, position that you're in, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so looking at the video, we can see that the club head, you know, it moved down into that red line a little bit sooner than, say, the midpoint of the shaft, right? So the club, we could say, is shallowing here. The club head is moving underneath the hand path. And then with the split grip drill, that just gives you a really good feel for that. Like it's very easy to manipulate the golf club and to understand the feels of what your left hand and your right hand are doing independent of each other. Right?
I see.
So this is the purpose of the split grip. It just really helps you make the moves, helps you understand the feels.
Okay.
Yep. So we're trying to increase the amount of torque that we're applying with the right arm. So the forearm's supinating a bit more, the right shoulder is externally rotating, bringing the elbow in. Top swing moment right here, I think that this glove hand, it tends to work or continue to work pretty hard. There's a lot of push of the butt end of that club in this direction, okay? And then because of that, the shaft always ends up a little bit, say, steep and across the line. So this is where we get a little bit of trouble for you, okay?
Yeah.
Now we look at this screen on the left, right? That move completely disappeared. And then it's very easy for us to shallow. So that looks like a very good transitional moment for us, okay? So then you ask yourself, like, how did we do that? All you did was you changed, how much torque you were applying with that right arm. And it's significantly different in that transitional moment. And you learn that from that split hand grip.
Okay.
From that drill.
Good.
When you go to the top, just really feel like you're using that right hand like way more earlier, right? Like torque it. Yeah, there. Good.
No?
Yeah, it was good. Okay, so that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? You got to think about your level of play, high level of play. So change is very difficult.
Yeah.
Feels need to be very extreme, okay, in order for you just to move a little bit, okay? So as you're bringing your club up to the top of the swing, you normally want to go a little bit like this and a little bit like this,
right.
And that's obviously exaggerated.
Yeah.
So as you're working up to top swing, right now, apply that move.
Oh, here.
Yeah, like into the backswing, right? Okay? So we'll make that move happen into the backswing, and then we'll do even more as we transition.
Okay.
Okay?
Not only for the downswing.
Not only for the downswing. We're doing it. There we go. Yes, absolutely. You better hit another one. On this particular swing, you were trying to take your right arm and you're going to try to do that move earlier, like even in the upswing.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And I think you did that, really well. A little bit exaggerated, absolutely fantastic. There we go. So the club is no longer getting into that steep across the line look, okay? Right. Now, as you start your downswing, in your transition, right, say here, you pulled pretty hard. In that moment, you took your hands and you yanked down on it.
Right.
Okay, so when I take my hands and I go ahead and I pull down on the handle, the shaft wants to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that's going to happen, so I need to be mindful. Even though I was taking the club up and I felt like I was torquing it in the, say, upswing, okay, in that moment of transition, I need to maybe even increase the value of that torque to accommodate for this move that's going to happen where the shaft is going to stand up. So I just need to be thinking about how much torque I want to apply at certain points in time. Do it before top swing, right? A little bit, and then crank it. Yeah, and for you will need to be maximum.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. At this moment, you're in your downswing, and the shaft is still just standing up a little bit. So I've just got these are just reference lines. We got a red line, the blue line is the top swing, and the yellow line is now where the shaft is, okay?
Yeah.
So for as hard as you're trying to, say, pull this club head down, right, with that right hand, okay, this would be a wonderful swing. This is a wonderful swing, okay? I love it. But I want to try to get to this place where we're working it harder. I want extremes.
More.
More. Let's get the club head underneath the hands, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So we go to the top, you do it slowly, and you move into the golf ball and see the difference.
Yeah. If it's slowly, I can do it. But
go slow. That's fine.
Okay.
Look at how flat I got it. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, good. So this time when you get up to that top swing, right?
Yeah.
And as you transition, look at how the shaft seems to be working flatter, like that club head is now lower, relative to that top yellow line than your handle is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've definitely started to shallow that golf club.
Okay.
And think of how extreme you had to work to make that happen. Okay, very, very, very big move. And now as you let that club lower or drop in towards the slot, there you go. And as you increase speed with the handle, you can see how the shaft wants to stand up a little bit. I think that's okay. I think at this moment right here, we could get the handle down.
A little more down.
More down and start working it left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So different.
All right, great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you very much, Graham.
You're welcome.
Today we practice split hand.
Split hand grip.
So the split hand is help both hands.
Both hands.
Yeah, and more shallow.
Yeah, so I think that the split hand grip, remember, like this particular drill or exercise, it can really help identify, say, which hand is working more than the other point, and the club's going to easier, say, work around itself, okay? Work around the hub. So then you can start to apply some different rules, like when you're swinging back and you see that, the club's behaving in a certain way because their hands are apart, it's much easier to create these new feels that we need to make the changes.
Right, great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So everybody should practice sprint hand and make a shallow swing.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Right, see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.